in. Hello. Hi, hi. Ugh. Be seated. Ugh. It feels very dark today. Oh, never mind. Bye-bye again. Uncalled for. Ah. Hi. It feels very dark today. Very grey and overcast. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Close that. This logo be looking cool. Thanks, Pirate. Thank you. Glad to hear that. I don't really have a lot of experience doing logos. Hi, Das. Paperwork is it sure is. It sure is. I had an email from the government to be like, hey, remember tax returns because you're self-employed, and I went, ah! Terrifying. We're going to have to deal with that at some point. They give you a long reminder. It's a 100-day reminder was the email. Because it takes a while for people to gather stuff when they are self-employed. Well, in general, if they have a lot of expenses. I don't, at the moment. Though, Rosa advised that I put substance painter down as an expense because I bought substance painter at the start of this year. I don't know how to do that. Because God forbid schools teach you useful things like how to file taxes. Anyway. Where's our chat gone? There it is. Right, I'm gonna slap some colour roughs on this. I think. It's not how rough is spelt, but whatever. Same thing I said before, home economics, yeah. We had home ec in secondary school, but it's one of those things where as a kid you're like, oh, it's just a DOS lesson. I don't need to know how to sew things. And then you when you're older and you're like, fuck, all my socks have got holes in them. Right, so let's start with not fully black, but like quite black. You know what, I'm going to duplicate these two. And I'm going to compress them together. Keep the original ones. Yeah, so we've got a combined one to work with. I swear, and the things that needed to be mandatory and the things that were mandatory needed to be swapped. Yeah. I feel like kids complain when you're teaching them something like history and they'll be like, how will this help me? And then objectively helpful courses be like, lol, don't care. That is 100% how it felt. Like, I think because... I think, you know... Being... I think that I was generally one of those people who I think did enjoy things like home ec. I enjoyed them a bit more. Like, I'm artistically inclined, you know? You know, and people who aren't into that kind of thing, like, it's one of those things where people be like, oh, art is a DOS lesson and music is a DOS lesson. You don't have to put any effort into those. And, but for me, it was like, well, I put effort in because I like it. Kind of thing. But yeah, I would definitely say that that was the trope of, like, lol, cooking. Who wants to learn that? That's boring. Ugh, woodwork? Ew. This is boring. I'm just gonna prat about and draw lewd things on the table. And then years later, it's like, oh, fuck, I need to put up a shelf? What? You know, let's just colour the whole thing for the colourer. Then I can opacity lock it. You need to do this course because it lets you do things like taxes, but we don't care that you don't care, but you need to pass this course. Yeah, business studies, an entirely optional subject to take, because that's the thing that probably would have taught you how to do it, most likely. Except when you first take business studies, when you're like, you know, a baby basically in like year 7. It's like, okay, well, we're not going to teach year 7s how to file taxes because 1, they probably wouldn't understand it, and they need to get better at maths, and 2, it's a long time away. So it's like, here's how to, like, pitch a product, and here's how to do a database. And at that point, it's like, cool, well, this subject is boring, so none of us want to take it in the higher years. And then the higher years, it's like, okay, well, this is when we teach how to do taxes, except nobody chose to take this because we're crap at teaching it. Because it's not English, science, or maths, basically. You know, I mean, I say, you know how, like, this is the trope that I perceive here in England. It seems like in America, it's like, sports, 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 put the money into sports, sports, sports. It sometimes feels like here in the UK, it's like English, maths, and science are the only subjects that matter. And it's like, okay, but what if you're going to take a career that doesn't require those? And people go, ha ha ha, don't be silly. Every career requires English, science, and maths. Tree trap trees in the violet skies. Immediately sidetracked by music. As I drift away into the night. The wind blows the sunrise away. Eternal darkness leaves me blind. Grab it and never let go. Fire in his eyes. the spirit of 1,000 ghosts. Through the forests and the hills, and all the birds and the foxes sang. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
The wind blows the sunrise away. As eternal darkness leaves me blind. What if I had one chance to make it all?
Shovel that money in, music and arts parents get to fund that shit. Yep. Like, I get it. We need scientists and stuff. I get it. It is very important. If you need people who are going to be engineers and stuff, they probably do need to know a little bit of maths so they can, you know, work out measurements and things like that. But, jeez. Like, I actually quite like geography in school. But there was, like, literally a question of, like, what job do you think you're gonna get with geography? And I just sort of sat there, like...
Well, she took you with her. Isn't that just swell? But
Shut up.
but it can be, and it is. I've got a new style and a few new toys that are gonna put an end to your happily ever after once and for all. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This has got to be a misunderstanding. In case you haven't heard, I've established peace across. Yeah, I've heard. I've had your little message to the universe on loop. I just love that part where Pink Diamond spends the rest of her days on this nowhere planet with a bunch of no.
I really like geography, and I was very, very upset when I completely failed, like, everything in A-levels. Although geography was the one I did best in. Geography was the one I did best in, but I took science and geography. And geography was the one I did best in, but I had to pass all of them to go into the next year, and I did not. But I don't think I passed geography either. I basically whiffed my entire exams, and now that I'm here as an adult, I'm like, oh, it's because I'm ADHD and I completely failed to work in an exam setting because my intention just goes. Because go figure, the moment I did a practical course of games design, of hey, you don't sit exams, you just have to, like, make stuff and we'll grade it, did amazing.
I came from the garden alone. She told me
Why do people live where they live? We'd like to learn about glaciers!
home, but thousands of years they go by.
I am so, like, I'm still really pleased that, like, I liked geography and did well in geography, and you know why? Because it made me make good D&D maps. And I mean, like, world maps of, like, where the hell do mountains go and where the hell do rivers go, and how do they work in relation to one another. And that shit was fun for me to do. And being like, well, where's the river basin of this river gonna be? It's gonna be here. Okay, well, what settlements are gonna be here? And it's like, well, because of the, you know, the height of the land, they're not gonna be right next to the river because it's on a floodplain and it will flood. So they're gonna be, like, close, but, like, not right next to it because the land here is really flat. But then, like, we go closer to the mountains and it's like, oh, the land here is more hilly and has better drainage, so they build closer to the river for transport. Because it doesn't flood as much. And then I was really heartbroken as well because the head of the sixth form was the geography teacher. And I have never known shame like him looking at me and literally turning his back on me. That was probably one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever experienced in my life, of being, like, how old was I? Was I, like, 16? 17? The head of the sixth form coming out to face me, being both the head of the sixth form and my personal geography teacher, looking at me, and knowing that I had failed all of my classes and couldn't come for the next year, and literally turning around and walking away from me. I wanted to fucking die. I've never known shame. I wanted to just disintegrate into atoms and vanish between the cracks of the pavement. It's a good thing I had a friend with me, because I probably would have just bottled at that point. I had a friend with me who was also, unfortunately, because basically we were there to essentially hand in our resignation to basically officially be like, we know that we haven't passed, so we're officially, like, signing off. And if my friend hadn't been there, I probably would have legitimately turned around and left and just be like, I can't do this. He was a great teacher. He was just very he was disappointed, basically. That's why it killed me. It's like one of the biggest times that I'd evidently, obviously, disappointed someone, because he was a good teacher and I liked his lessons, so he was just disappointed in me. But anyway, let's talk about other things. Like how glaciers can hollow out valleys. And there's often rivers left in the wake of glaciers after they melt. You gotta talk about those ore deposit sites. Exactly! Geography feeding into my D&D geography is just great. Got some of my old maps. I haven't used them in forever now. Wow, these things are drawn in Photoshop because I didn't even have Clip Studio. I want to show you my map. It's my map that I started sketching out. This is Kulara. This is one of the continents. Look how nice this looks. Look how nice this looks. Let's see, I'm trying to remember this now. There is a mountain range here, which I believe goes in a crescent shape. Kind of like this. With a dwarf city like here is the dwarven capital, with a lot of their goods fed to this river to go downstream. This area is a lot of woodlands around here, and the elven capital was here. This was a very multicultural land. This is mostly plains, with a big forest here, and the human capital was up here. And my campaign started here, in a little tiny town that was barely a town. It was literally it was called Crossways because it was where two roads crossed, and so because the two main roads crossed there, because it was literally the north to south road and an east to west road. Not quite there, but you get me. There was like an east to west road that went through there, and a north to south road that went through there, and it was called Crossways. And the campaign literally went, oh, we're going to go north to the human capital. Loads of stuff happened on the way. We're going to go back south to go to the dwarven capital, and then even more shit happened. There was a brief bit of teleportation where they ended up here, but they didn't know that. And then they continued down south here, to get to here, and so much shit happened here, and that is unfortunately where the campaign stopped, but the plan from there was to go... They were doing a cross-country tour, basically. But so much shit happened here. Like, holy fuck. And then, sadly, the campaign ended. I like this map. I don't think I have a digital. Oh my god, I do. Wait. This I physically gave to them. There we go. This I physically printed out. I cut off that bottom bit. I printed this out and gave this to them. And I was like, look, these are the places that you have been to. So there's the human capital up there. These are villages. You can see how they're following the trade route. These are villages and these are towns. So city, village, town, and there's the dwarf city there. So village, village, actual town, village, village, town, village, village, city. I printed that out and gave that to them. And then there's Kulara in transparent so I could put it out. Map version 1. This was me doing calculations on a hex grid. You can see that there's the sort of sketch of the mountain range. I'd started drawing the mountain range. I started drawing it. But you can see this is me kind of like sketching out where things were. There's the forest that had a village either side of it. And I think I was like I put everything on a hex, and I was like, a hex is a day's travel. So even though I referred to it as a continent, it was closer to being a country size. I think when I did the math, I was like, this is about the size of, I think it was close to the size of Great Britain, even though it was supposed to be a continent, because when I first designed it, I had no concept of size, and I've always had a bad idea of size. There's the Elven City. Actually has the river going through it, the Elven City. Doesn't flood as much because of all the trees. Whereas here on the plains, a lot more flooding, so we don't build as close to the rivers. And then this is the mountain, and the dwarves go through the mountain. And here is my original drawing of my world map. World of Warcraft fans, don't look too closely. Yeah, Kulara, Mayafall, Vetra, and Hythe, which is... Basically, it's your typical video game of green zone, Arctic zone, desert zone, swamp zone. That's your standard video game checklist. Forest, Arctic, desert, swamp. But yeah, that's my world map for my homebrew world called Surya. There you go. There you go. My hyperfocus is worn off. Story for story. My moment like that was after a month of coming home from me dropping out of art college to work at McDonald's. I was working drive-through and I saw an English teacher I like and respected, and I thought I was smart. The look he gave me when I saw him in the window, even his meal was heartbreaking. I cried in the freezer, and then like 2 weeks later, quit the job to go back to school. Oh, Ira. Yeah, I think we both had the exact same feeling. I think we had the exact same feeling there. Like, yeah, I failed my exams, but I don't think I was a bad student. Like I said, like when it came to coursework and stuff, I was okay. So I think that the teacher did like me, and thus was just very disappointed that I had whiffed. Ugh. He doesn't have any markings on his, like, arms. It's just his green feathers. They won't remember that I was. I feel like this should be the green of his hair there. On these dusty streets, I die alone. Anywhere, just not here now.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight
Had something wonderful.
my bad habits lead to late night and in the room.
Nothing happens after 2. It's true, my bad habits lead to you. Oh, I forgot that the text was in there. Started under neon lights and then it all goes dark. I only know how to go too far. There we go, that's better. Currently scanning all this paperwork back to send to the new job. God, it's only over took 3 hours. Oof. Music's gone. Oh. It's not that it's gone, I forgot to unmute it. Which is another bingo thing that is on the list. I don't know where the bingo's gone, but yeah. We need 2 more things to actually implement a bingo game. We need 2 more things to actually implement a bingo game, because we need 25 things to be able to put on the square. Tonight had something wonderful.
My bad habits lead to late night and in the room. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eye, staring at space, and I know I'll lose control of the things that I say. I was looking for a way out, can't escape. Nothing happens after 2.
It's true, my bad habits lead to you.
Your intention bends when the good times start. Falling over everything to reach the first time spark. It started under neon lights and then it all got dark.
I only know how to go too far.
Bad habits lead to late night and in the room. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eye, staring at space, and I know I'll lose control of the things that I say. I was looking for a
Mm, mm, mm. Mhm, mhm. Mhm, mhm. I want to play music, but I want to follow progress. What do I do? You can always watch the stream muted. Also, hi, how's your day going? I'm just doing the colour roughs that I said I would be doing to sort of see how it looks. Just got home from work. Nice! Probably not going to go for the purple. What can we say? A couple of purple for the background. I don't want to use green as the background, I don't think. No, because we blend in too much. Although purple is contrasting to green. Maybe we need to be a darker purple. More on the bluer spectrum. Slightly more on that. It's not too bad. How do we look on the redder spectrum? No, definitely more towards the blue. Not blue itself, though. Darker? Darker makes the white pop out. Brighter. We can go for a radioactive green, but it's too much green with the green in the character. It's too, in my opinion, with the green in the character. Because purple is opposite green on our colour wheel, it can kind of contrast it. Red, definitely not. And I don't feel the blue. No, I think purple is our best colour here, but it's what shade of purple? I think the darker shade. I think the darker shade of purple because it makes the neons in the brighter colours stand out. I think the darker shade. And then we have the outer like rim. I would probably try just a black, I think, in the center. And we could do like a new layer. And then what if we took this purple and went on like a lighter shade of purple? Just did a lighter colour on the outside as a gradient.
Let's take the rest and go. Just the two of us. Huh? Just kidding. What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed.
Maybe. And then you could have like pink glow on this side. And the light blue glow on this side. A little bit extreme, but this is just a rough. Something like that. And you could also like pink coming out behind there.
I'll race you.
That. Kind of like that. Paperwork is done. I'm returning to painting Golden Boys. Oh my goodness. Still painting to this day.
It'll be great.
Definitely makes it pop on that. Yeah, I like the gradient on the back. Oh. What do you think of these for color roughs? Because I'll probably, I think I might go to lining properly. This was just to sort of work out what palette we were working with. That went the wrong way. Also, I'm doing this really big. This is on like an A3 canvas. So you can... It's much better to make resize things smaller than it is to resize things bigger. Make the background look more like a vinyl. Okay, can do. Yeah, I wasn't sure because in some of the examples you gave, like some of the backgrounds, the background was a speaker, and I beg your pardon. Yeah, on some of them it was a speaker and some of it was a vinyl, so I didn't know which one you wanted. Let's have a look, see. Probably the best way to do that would be to change the colours of these lines, maybe? Rename some of these layers. Elsa circle. Elsa glow. Lines. What if we went for our 2 neon colours? Might have to do them thinner. No evidence was found. Stop till they found him. Never asked him why. Apart from that, really like it. Nice. I'm moving to play on vinyl, to be honest. It's just expensive. I imagine vinyl would be pricey. And then we'd probably have to darken that purple closer to black to try and make it look more like a vinyl. It's a little too much. I'm gonna keep some of the gradient. And then we go back again. And I'd probably like erase that bit of white there so that the black in the middle is very clearly black. That's just showing because it's on the same layer as this. You have vinyls in all colours and multicolours. This is true. Esso has a pink vinyl from their Kirby album. They do vinyls in all kinds of colours these days. But stereotypically, people think of them as black. Yeah, what I'd probably do is... raise that. And have it be solid black. Like that. Same with that bit. I'm bad at graphic design and even worse with colour matching and making decisions. The only thing in there I think I'm okay at is the colour matching. I'm not a graphic designer, I'm closer to a concept artist, which are two very different lines of work. I'm doing my best. I think I want to just move on to lining now, especially looking at the time, given that it's already 4 o'clock, because we go until 5. So I think I want to move on to lining. I think these colors are okay. Like, I don't want to get too caught up in the nitty gritty because this isn't the final line work. This is just to manage the colors and see how the colors look. So if we're happy with how the colors look, then I will move on to the next stage. So this is going to be color roughs. See one in the color of the colors of the by pride flag. Nice. Okay. Right. Let's save another one, and this is going to be lining. I don't normally increment as much with 2D art as I do with 3D art, but this one we are. Because we're doing a lot of stages. Background roughs. Ugh, I need to sit back more. I'm tensing. Ugh. I got the special boy in the TCG game. It's been out less than a day. Ugh. Duplicate that layer. I'm gonna just pop you there for a moment. I got a shiny bird and a slime. Oh, what did you get? Which bird? There's multiple birds. Should be really be surprised, Blue, though. I have opened 3 booster packs. It's not really to be expected that I would have gotten a Cubone. I have already got an Arcanine, but that's because fortune favours me, and Arcanine is one of the guaranteed ones, depending on what starter you pick. And obviously, as soon as I found that out, I was like, well, obviously I'm picking the starter that gives you the Arcanine. It's not my fault that Arcanine is such a good boy that they're just giving him out because they know that people love them. Because he is best boy. I haven't had a chance to actually play a card game. All I've done is open booster packs. I haven't had a chance to actually play a game. Hey, yo! You got the sick Pidgeot? Nice! Kinda jealous, actually. I love that Pidgeot. That's nice. And you got a Ditto. Hey! Very cool. The Mockingjay card for Magic the Gathering. Ah, okay. We're talking about Pokemon. That's also neat. Wow, I need a new lampshade, I think. The winter is making me realise I need a new lampshade, because I'm like, the room feels like it's gotten darker, and the Spy extension, it feels like my ring light to help with my face tracking is brighter. Which I think my eyes are not appreciating. Okay. And Dragonite as well, but I think that might be a standard thing. I think so. I think if it's from the first 3 booster packs, when you first load up the game and you're given a choice of 3 booster packs, those 3 booster packs have the same content for people. It's just which of those 3 you pick. I got the one with Squirtle and Arcanine in it, which was the Pikachu pack, and if everyone who picks the Pikachu pack will have that Squirtle and Arcanine. But after that, it's random. It's literally only that first one which is the same. Because it's the tutorial. Because they need the tutorial to be the same so they can tell people, like, you know, this is this on this, and this means this. Congratulations, you got an EX card. Congratulations, you got a alternate artwork. Watching white skies. Visions with closed eyes. Just singing a completely different song to the one that is playing. Take on me. Yeah. So how I handled the TCG was, I left the Discord call last night. I went to go brush my teeth. I scrolled through social media, as I often do. and saw Sarah B. Joe had posted that the app had gone live, and this was at about, like, 1:30 in the morning. So of course I immediately downloaded it, immediately set up an account, and immediately opened the 2 free packets that you get, and was very smug when it was like, oh, the daily refresh is at like 3-4 in the morning and not midnight. So I was like, oh sick, I'll have more packs to open in the morning, which wasn't quite the case. My pack refresh was at about half 2. So while I was eating lunch, I had another pack to open, which is where I got the boy from, the Cubone from. When you say you're going to bed, you go to bed as in sleep. I'm gonna brush my teeth, Pyra! I'm not just gonna collapse where I stand. I went to go brush my teeth! Oh wow, that Dragonite! No, that Dragonite is not guaranteed because it's an alternate art. Very nice, Core. You got both an alternate art Dragonite and an alternate art Pidgeot. That's really good then, Core. No, you got two alternate arts, so they're both really good. Not get on socials. Okay. I can't argue with that, but also sue me. Just looking at references again. Look, I'm not proud of my sleep schedule at the moment. Honestly, the charity streams kind of wrecked me. Because they always ran so late. Because, as I repeatedly say to both Spook and my family, you can't go from literally doing your work and job to being able to fall asleep in the space of an hour. If I finish stream at midnight, no, I'm not going to be in bed and asleep in half an hour, because my brain and body just don't work that way. They're still buzzing and still thinking about things. So yeah, the charity streams have wrecked my sleep schedule a little bit because we had 2 go to midnight. We had two of them go to midnight. And then the following Saturday, I then also stayed up to midnight, and then we had Little Nightmares as well. So basically, for like 3 days in a row, I wasn't going to sleep until like... Well, I wasn't going to bed until 1, and I probably wasn't falling asleep until 2, which is hence why I was up till 1:30 yesterday and like didn't even blink because my sleep schedule has shifted again. And also, we've had the clocks change as well, which is, a wombo combo. Yes, some may say I'm making excuses. Maybe I am, but where? So yes, my sleep schedule is a little fucked at the moment. I'm not very proud of the fact, but what streamer has got a good sleep schedule? Riddle me this. Riddle me this. So yeah, because it's annoying because it's shifted so much. It gets to midnight and I'm not tired anyway, which is the problem. Which is why last night when I was like, oh, I may not do morning stream, I was like, no, I'm going to set an alarm and I'm going to try to do morning stream because hopefully it means I'll be fucking tired and I will go to sleep. The shape of this one, how I want it. I'm currently at a point where my schedule allows 4 hours a night. That is atrocious! Jesus fucking Christ, you're going to die if you keep going like that. That is horrendous. I'm looking to change that, to be honest. I gotta hold it one more month and then I will be having that fixed. Oof. Please fix it. That is awful. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, line? Why are you doing that? Why are you coming to a point like that, line? I actually do want to get rid of those lines because we're going to have... I'm still not happy with the shape of this one. Yeah, a little push and pull. We'll do, I promise, but it's part of a life as a DJ combined with an 8-hour work days. That is the problem, really, isn't it? That's the problem that everybody faces. That's the root of the problem, is everybody is trying to juggle, trying to work a full day's work, and also have time for their hobbies. Because that's why I stayed up last night. For once, I wasn't doing work, and I was doing my hobby of just, like, doing stuff for me, and I didn't want to stop because I was into it. I was like, if I stop and go to sleep, I'm not going to be able to continue this for like 2 days because tomorrow's super busy. DJ slowly becoming more than a hobby, that'd be sick. Figured that's what you were doing, just chilling in VC. Yeah, I was just doing me stuff. Having a nice time. Because normally my Tuesdays, because I don't stream during the day, normally Tuesdays is is social obligations of making sure I'm keeping my happy family and doing stuff with my family, but my family were actually busy, so I had a rare Tuesday to, like, catch up on some stuff. So during the day, I prepped a bunch of social media stuff, which I think I told you guys. I prepped a bunch of social media stuff for posting, and now I just need to post it. Which, if I can remember, I will probably try to do immediately after stream today, so I don't have to worry about it for D&D. Had to listen to our awful jokes. You call those jokes? Those weren't jokes, those were just ADHD stimming because you were all just saying the same thing over and over. I say this as someone who also does the same thing. Okay, so... Wow, but you're right. Yeah, I'm right. Takes one to know one. Avali have such stick-thin arms. They're little twigs. Do you have a particular time you post on socials for maximum engagement? I used to aim for, like, around 6, 7, 8 UK time because it's the evening and people are at home to check their phones. Was the general gist. I do a terrible job of sticking to that. Though I will say that because Blue Sky Social doesn't really feature algorithms all that much, I feel like maybe I can relax on that a little bit. Which was kind of why I just posted that Fire Dog Jex at, like, a random ass time yesterday, and it still got a reasonable amount of likes, so... Gonna go out and get food. Bye! Enjoy your food. I'm gonna do this on a separate layer. I forgot how to turn this on. Not enough hours in the day. This was what I was talking about earlier as well, of like, and Spook and me was saying last night, is Stanju gifted us a couple of pumpkins to carve, and I was like, yeah, that should be fun. And Spook sat here and is like, when the hell are we supposed to carve them? Halloween is on Thursday. We were busy Monday. I'm busy today because we were busy yesterday evening because we were doing stream. I'm busy today because I've got all my streams and D&D. Tomorrow is Halloween. So he was like, when the fuck are we supposed to carve these? The only time we've got free is the weekend, and Halloween's over by then.
I looked out this morning and the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day and lost myself in a familiar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away.
Alright, that doesn't quite work how I want it to. Pumpkin carving stream. When am I supposed to have time, Pyra? When am I supposed to have time? I'm doing work at the moment. I've got D&D tonight. Tomorrow's Halloween. Spook is at work during the day. When are we supposed to have time? This is why we stay up till like 2 a.m. Midnight stream? And you're the one who screams that we don't go to sleep. If I streamed at midnight, I would be pulling an all-nighter. I would not go to sleep. I'm not doing that. Excuse me. It's for the bit, please sleep. This is what you get. So if I like that. Yeah. The secret is what I'm actually going to be doing while Spook is streaming on Saturday is fucking sleeping. What about those sleep streams? No, those are unhealthy, and people should stop doing them. You know those streamers are actually sleeping. Exactly. You could, surely everyone gets a good night's sleep when they're on camera in front of hundreds on the internet. Surely they're sleeping. The only ones that even vaguely probably do okay are VTubers, because they can. It's a picture, so they can fucking walk away and just be like, I'm asleep in the other room. But even so, even if I left my stream running and it was just my VTuber model, I still would not sleep, because I would just be aware that the stream is on in the other room, and I'd be like, oh god, I hope the stream is running fine. I hope nothing bad is happening in the chat, because there's no moderators, because everybody's asleep. So no, just I want to be able to do both corners. I don't think it wants to do that. The anxiety. I know, right? Oh, it would make me ill. It would make me ill. I will never do a 24-hour straight stream. If I was doing a subathon, I would stream. I would turn the stream off, go sleep and have food and stuff, get a good night's sleep, and then come back and resume the following day. Speaking of streamer trends, I want a Spook cooking stream. Oh my god. That'll be the goal for the next charity stream. I believe the donation link is still live as well. Because we're not. I think it. Does it finish tomorrow? I've forgotten again. I believe it's still live though. I think tomorrow it finishes. Yeah, the link's still live. You can still donate if you want to. I can't promise you'll get anything for it, other than, feeling good because you're donating to charity. I can't get this to transform how I want it to. That's how I want it to shift. There we go. Nice, that's what I was after. Now that Pirate has seen the photo of me, I can always confidently make the joke of like, remember guys, if you're worried about if your anatomy looks right, just remember that my arm does this. And there's my hand. Just remember that my arm does this. Pointing straight forward. So if you're ever worried about your anatomy, you're probably fine. Because in real life, anatomy doesn't make sense. Wow. No, you want to cause something to pop. Jesus. It's a good thing I have an alarm to sort of poke me along to be like, hey, D&D's starting soon, because I'm not going to be surprised if I don't end up napping after dinner. And be full of food and just be like, I'm going to take a nap right here. I'm gonna take a nap right here. Good night. Let her be mine, mine alone. Kind of want this bit to be symmetrical too, maybe? I don't know. No, maybe it shouldn't be symmetrical. It should? Hard to tell. This way I've got the symmetry in the same place for the two. It sounds like a sneeze. Ka-choo! It's 9 hours until I get another booster pack. That's gonna be like in the middle of the night. After stream, I might use some of the time items. Got given thanks from a wonder pick from Core. Thank you, Core. I got a shop ticket. What the hell do I use that on? Oh, you can use it to buy hourglasses. You can buy trainer cards and accessories. TCG and TCG accessories. wrist fluff. Hands are always a thing. Spook is home, spook is home, spook is home. Yeah, the alt art Bulbasaur would be the guaranteed one. Because I have the alt art Squirtle because I chose the Squirtle pack. Let's drink some water. Speaking of D&D, I need to go do things. Yes, please do. Jesus fucking Christ, it's been like 2 weeks since the last session and I just suddenly got hit by a truck of, oh yeah, this was what happened. The party almost killed each other. Jesus Christ. And Kika tried and failed to stop time. Very normal thing to do. Just envisioning the little burb crouching down to talk to Puck to be like, Puck, please, fucking hell. I need an outsider's opinion on this. Ah. Cookie, are you there? They went to get noms. Yeah, I was just checking if they'd come back or not. I don't know if they needed to actually, like, if going to get noms was, like, going out, or just going to the kitchen. I don't know. It can wait, if not. I'm outside, waiting for you. And I hope you don't. Probably going to do the feathers on a separate layer. Feathers. So all I can do is hope. Promise I'll never feel alone. Hi, Cookie. You in the queue or something? Twitch had a glitch and would not connect to chat. The Twitch app, it sure is an application that can be on your phone. On my phone waiting for fries. Fair. I have a question for you, but you don't have to worry about answering it now if you need to be back home to answer it, which is because the ref pictures that you sent me have the arms down. I don't know if beans question mark. Do Avali have bean? Because cannot see your hands on your ref. Exactly. It does have beans, they are black. Okay. I will probably wait for an image from you to show me how they actually look like, because I will draw them in. Like, I don't know if it's like one big one, or if it's like mine where it's like one here, one here. So don't have to worry about it too much at the moment, because I'm probably going to move on to the feathers and I can add them in after. Just something for you to do when you get back is a picture of hand. Getting my own numbs. Fair enough. I will also be getting food soon. Universal food time. Cookie, you will need to send me your email at some point also. I'm uncertain. Let me check. It doesn't have to be right away. I just said at some point. Yay. 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 Look at that wing! Hells to the yes. Hello, Core. I was saying that you have an impressive TCG collection already. If you have that Dragonite and that Pidgeot, that Dragonite and that Pidgeot aren't guaranteed, but the Bulbasaur was. But the fact that you have 3 alternate arts already is impressive. And there we go. Okay, the DJ deck I'm not going to erase at the moment, I'm going to mask. Important difference. Oh, the mask is mirrored. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that the mask is mirrored. Can I disable this briefly? I don't think I can. That's fine. I'll leave it for now. I did the Wonder Pick thing. I saw! Got your avatar, nice. Yeah, I saw. And I got given a shop token for it, so thank you. Presently, I cannot buy anything. Just from day one, if you're not going to put money into this game, you are going to be just having to passively collect things for a while. I will say, of like, it definitely is biased towards, hey, you'll get things faster if you pay money. And it's like, okay, you don't need to pay money to play, and it's like, okay, but I gotta wait another 9 hours before I can have another booster pack. That's a long time. The temptation is there, although I have 70 hourglasses at the moment, so it's not a big loss, but, you know, would I have 70 hourglasses in a week's time? Who's to say? It's very slow, I will say that. Oh, nice, Core, I can Wonder Pick to try and get your Ditto, if I want. I'm probably gonna leave the Wonder Pick. Oh, someone... I got an option to Wonder Pick from someone who also got the Cubone card I did. I'm going to leave that as well. I'm just gonna let my Wonder Pick regen, because I didn't realise it regens so slow. Excuse me. That's coming in the more events, so I'm unable to play that game and pay you back. That's fine. I will send you the invoice and you pay it when you are ready, but obviously I won't be giving you anything until I'm paid. But obviously it's It's fine. I'm not generally too picky about people being fast, so long as you just do it. I'm not in a dire situation where I'm like, I need the money now, I need the money now. It's fine. I'm fine. What was I doing? Probably more of the DJ deck. Okay, let's try and replicate what I did with these with this. That's a little too thin. 20? 20 looks okay. Don't put too much realism into the deck. Oh, don't worry, I won't. I don't know what a DJ deck looks like. Leave it alone for a few days and maybe get much better cards, or burn them as you get them to get more cards. Yeah, that's kind of the toss-up for the Wonder Pick. I didn't realize that, so I used all 5 at once. I did a 3 and then I did 2 1s. I didn't even get anything too good from them. So I'm letting it regen at the moment. I feel like for the Wonder Pick, I would lean towards maybe trying to save for ones that are good, because from regular booster packs you have no idea if you're going to get a good card or not. You could just end up with a dud booster pack, whereas with the Wonder Pick you can at least see if there is a good card in there. Unless you're after like something specific for a deck, I guess. Come on. So finicky.
Why don't you tell me what exactly I did wrong?
Open to the bone.
And all these flowers you trampled in the garden, replaced with stones. Looking at the two-way mirrors, white chapels and white walls fade away to dreams. Looking at the white veil falling, the promises we made, the promises we'll keep.
They set fire to the forest, and they would catch the bear. I'm as guilty as they promised. Me, okay. You can see how off my sketch was. Don't you talk to me at all. I got a God of War. I don't remember catching a God of War. Was that the Unknown Ghost this morning? That might have been the Unknown Ghost this morning. Oh wow, I have 7 Absols. Yeah, I don't have to worry about missing the Absol this morning. I have 7 of them. They set fire to the forest, hoping they would catch the bear. I'm as guilty as they promised. Thick. At the storm, keep you safe. Whoa. This song will never not be funny. Yeah, because you associate it with the Spider Forest bit. I associate it with something else, so it's less amusing to me because my brain had a prior association with that song because it's on a character playlist. How do I want to do this? It was easy with these because they were vertical, but these ones are horizontal, which is a bit more difficult. So that doesn't mirror it. Whoa, what the hell? That was a lot happening all at once. What if I did it this way? What if I did lines? There are lines on the floor. What if I did one big box? What if I did one big box like that? I did the gameplay tutorials and I'm here like, no, that's not how somebody would actually play that. Oh no, I've not actually I've not played any of the game yet. All I've done is open boosters. I haven't had a chance to actually sit and play a game and get through all the tutorial. As I said, I'm probably gonna... Because it says that my next booster is in 9 hours, which would probably put that in, like, 4 AM. I might use some of the hourglasses to get another booster. After like an hour or so, maybe? So I don't have to use as many hourglasses. Or maybe maybe I should use the hourglasses, like, after D&D. Yeah, maybe that's when I should use them. Let an hour or two tick down so I don't have to use as many hourglasses, and then open a booster pack, and then it can reset to 12 hours while I sleep. That'd do just fine. The play tutorial gives you a few cards in a rental deck. Okay, this also is not how I want to do it. Why can I not work out how I want to do this? It's just 4 buttons, but I want them to be the same size. Can I just eyeball it? Maybe I should just eyeball it. That's immediately not correct. It's annoying that, like, the mirror symmetry doesn't fully work. It only works for, like, actual drawings, but the moment you select something, it, like, doesn't acknowledge the symmetry. Maybe instead of buttons, we'll make it just like a panel, since we're not going for accuracy. Yeah, something like that. Leaps. Okay. Right, pending the masking to do all of this, I think maybe that is maybe our line's done. Mask, so I can at least mask this layer. I'm probably not going to be playing the TCG much and just open the packs and collect cards. Fair enough. That's much how I am in real life. If anything, on the app, I will probably play games solely so that I can potentially, I assume, get currency to maybe get more cards. I don't know. Although, if I've got friends playing, then I might be more inclined to play with/against friends. Especially at the start, because currently, with there only being the one expansion out, there aren't too many cards to get, so people aren't going to be as overpowered of like, oh, I've got this really strong card from this one expansion, of like, there's only a limited number of strong cards. Right, I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to delete the ruler. And then put on the mask. There we go. There you go. Early TCGs are cool because people experiment because there is no meta. Oh, don't worry, there'll be a meta very quickly. Unfortunately, I think a meta was established in the closed beta that they did. But we'll see whether that meta is maintained. But if it is, I'll just play against friends. I've already got Cole registered as a friend. Kay says that they have made an account and will play later. Nemo is also going to be playing, and I have another friend who is also going to be playing, and I will likely be talking to Spook about it over dinner. That's why I love the early days of 10th edition of 40k. No one had any clue what was optional for like 3 months, so we could have a field day. That's always fun. The Wild West of games. Right, I am gonna end here for today. There's our line art, looking pretty nice, if I do say so. So the next we'll be doing the proper colours for it. And I'll need to, like, mask out the text properly. Right, I'm gonna go so I can sort out food and stuff in preparation for D&D tonight. Lord knows what's gonna happen. I kind of have to remind myself that because I feel like this happens sometimes of, like, because things happen like a decent time apart in real life, the thought sometimes lessens. Sometimes of, like, oh wow, we all almost killed each other, but that was like 2 weeks ago. But to the character, that was yesterday. So I need to, like, remind myself to be like, that happened yesterday. Ah! But I'll probably forget. But yeah. I'm sending you a thing. Excellent. I will read said thing, but I'm also gonna end stream. So I can sort out food. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try and do more minis in the morning. I don't know what I'm doing in the afternoon, frankly. I will be real. I don't know what I'm doing in the afternoon, because I don't know what time the Monster Hunter beta starts, frankly. So I guess for now we're still doing MMO stuff. I was gonna do, MOG things. I'm gonna send you a thing, no problem. I am not sending you a thing. For once. For once, Cora is not sending me a thing. But yeah, so I might... I don't know, I guess maybe I'll do more MSQ then, because I was gonna do MOG stuff, but we did a bunch of MOG stuff the other night, with the friend group, so... nice. Right. I'm gonna go. Love you all very much. See you later for D&D. I'll catch you later. Bye!